I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. It's a lot later than what I expected this one to be out. Kind of got carried away doing other stuff. Anyways, you read the title. Sounds a little bit different to what I've been normally doing, but I want to give you a bit of insight, especially for you who aren't in uni yet, college, same thing, and kind of wanted an idea of what it's like. I mean, obviously every course is different. It depends on what course you're doing, and obviously where you go and what country you're in. But this is for me in Australia, and I probably isn't one of the highest courses. You'll see. So yeah, I just finished my semester for my first semester at uni, and I want to kind of just briefly talk about what it was like and what my experiences were, and what I'd do again, kind of bit of a reflection on the first semester type. So for you who don't know, I'm studying nutrition, and yeah, it's a really low bar of entry course. I think I've spoken about it briefly here and there in other videos, but yeah, I'm passionate about food and nutrition. I'm interested in it. So I didn't just choose a course for the sake of choosing it. Like, I actually am interested. But again, I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to go to uni and whatnot. But again, I didn't really try in my final exams last year, and this was kind of what I get. And it's, really low entry. It's not super difficult. And in Australia, we have 12-week semesters. Most unis have 12-week semesters. So you'll do 4 subjects or whatever the equivalent is. 2 if you're part-time student, 4 if you're full-time. And basically you just do that for 3 months straight, and you'll get all this content. Now, depending on your course, you might have to go into campus a bit more, because in Australia, you don't live on campus as much as what you do in like American colleges type thing. Like most of the time you either drive to campus or do your work from home. And I mean, obviously people coming from long distances can stay on campus. There is accommodation on campus, but it's not as big of a thing as it is in American colleges. And so my course, for example, I have a lot of lectures and classes that I can choose to attend, but aren't entirely. And I started off because my uni's a fair drive. It's about an hour, give or take. Again, I've spoken about all this. So if you're a regular, you know, but that's where most of my car recordings come from. And yeah, it's about an hour's drive, so I wasn't really interested in going in every day. So it's an hour there, an hour back, and it was mostly for an either 1 or 2 hour class. So it was kind of just not worth my time. So I figured out, and most of my seminars and whatnot, lectures and all that, are recorded. So I can just watch them at home anyway. And the lecture notes are uploaded. So it was really kind of on me, based off how I wanted to learn and take my notes and do whatever. And obviously, as you start, the year started really diligent and all that, on top of my work, emails and all that. And as the semester goes on, like last couple of weeks, I haven't even done any classwork. I've just been doing assignments and putting in 0 effort. And I'm not sure whether that's just because of my lack of engagement, but it literally just feels like the same as high school. But you don't have to turn up for a whole day and you can do the work when you want. So in a sense it's better, but also not, because my routine's been up the shitter. My routine's been horrendous since uni started, and even now during uni. Like, my weekly routine, like I narrowed it down to, I only had to go in on Wednesdays because there was a class that I couldn't miss. My attendance was recorded and all that, and I had to go to the class. And so I'd go in with my mate every Wednesday and whatever, but that was the only day I woke up at a reasonable time. The rest was like midday. I'd wake up at like midday, and I still do. It's a terrible habit. And I'd just, do a bit of uni work. Like there wasn't even that much uni work to do. It was just, waking up at midday, maybe do 1 or 2 hours of work, uni work. And then I was recording a lot more in the car. So I'd kind of go to the gym or something and record in the car. So it wasn't even that. And the rest would be kind of just sitting around. And the quality of life wasn't real good. I do miss that routine of getting up at the same time every day. But it also gave me it also feels like I was kind of trapped last year when I had to get up and I had to do something. So I don't know if I'd really want to work full time. And having to get up at early hours and spend most of the day working. Now I could manage it. It's not a fact that I didn't have the time or anything, but it was more, I didn't know if I wanted to. In hindsight, I probably should have, because my course is around 10 grand AU a year, three-year course. So it is nice and it is short. And so 30 grand in debt for a bit of paper is much better than colleges. I know you can get hundreds of thousands of dollars really easily. But it's still money I have to fork out, and it's something I have to eventually look at, because we've got like a student debt system here too. So I don't actually have to pay any of it off. There's a weird system in Australia. We don't have to pay off our student debt until we are earning a certain amount of money. So if I'm under that threshold for the rest of my life, I don't have to pay it. It's kind of weird. But I know in America you have to make like regular repayments and all that, or whatever it is. I'm not 100% sure. So it was kind of, the cost was definitely a factor, but it wasn't a huge one because of this system we have. So while I do have my first half year, I've got $5,000 of debt. I don't even have to think about it because I don't have to pay it. I'm not earning enough. And so the money never really an issue, but the lifestyle is not really great. I've obviously there's bills I want to pay. I want to start saving some money, but work's been kind of shit recently. I've been able to get enough hours, but that's a whole other story. But it's kind of like I'm classified as a full-time student, but I'm maybe committing 10 hours a week on average, maybe 15 hours a week. I'm supposed to be committing 40. So I'm averaging like 1/3 of the work, and I'm doing well. I'm averaging like an A over my classes. So it's not like I'm doing bad, but it's this wake up late. Like I said, now that uni's finished for 2 months, I've got 2 months off. I literally don't wake up early unless I do have work. But apart from that, I just sleep in, go to the gym. That takes a couple of hours, record videos, and that's my day. Sit on my ass first of the day. And I'm trying to get work. I'm trying to get more hours for work because I am bored. But it's a lifestyle that I thought I would enjoy a lot more than I have been. And no, that's not to say that every course will be the same. Like some will definitely be a lot more demanding, and you'll have a lot more time taken up. But it feels like it's, in high school you had homework to do and stuff outside of school. That's basically what uni feels like all the time. That like you don't have to do it straight away, but it needs to get done eventually. And you've got like tests and stuff you should revise for. But again, it's not, a lot of it's optional. And it's, at least when you go to school, you're there, you can't do anything else, so you may as well just do the schoolwork. But that's so much more difficult when you don't go into a school environment very often. And I'm still adjusting to it, and because it's such a short course, and it's a course I'm really interested in, and my uni is actually, which is one of the reasons I like this course so much. My uni specifically is partnered with one of the sporting clubs, one of my sporting clubs that I follow in Australian rules, and their affiliation actually gets me a work opportunity directly out of uni, which is honestly best case scenario. So I can go straight from uni, obviously assuming I get accepted into placement and all that. There's a very high likelihood that I can get really my dream actual job if for some reason YouTube doesn't work out, which it won't. But if YouTube takes longer than expected, that's kind of my backup plan for now, is do uni and then get my placement straight into pretty much my dream job, what I thought was my dream job. And that's, elite sports nutrition. So yeah, it's, for anyone still unsure about it, just imagine, I know obviously different courses, different unis, different countries even, it'll be different, but it seems like even American colleges, it's kind of the same vibe. Like you can get away with doing not very much. And yeah, you want to be careful that lifestyle, that lack of accountability doesn't cause you to go off the rails and start becoming, wasting your time and all that. And it's been quite difficult for me to keep on track and keep up with my good habits and go to the gym and all that. But for some people it might work, and it's been really good for me to have time to work on my YouTube and myself personally, my self-improvement and all that. But it's just something to think about. So yeah, I think I'll wrap this one up here. I'm gonna go to bed after this, get this one out tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, and remember, life is what you make it.